Verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsake the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. I want to give our praises and honor to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakar Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. Now in this lesson, I'm going into something serious to think about. Okay, this is something serious to think about. All right. Now, when you think about it, we were put on this earth and everything was created by YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. We would not exist without them at all. Okay, we would not exist at all. All right. So to be put on this earth that they created, including creating us, we would be a flat out fool to not listen to their instruction when they put us here in the first place. Okay, think about that. All right. They put us here, man. So we have to have a lot more respect towards YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI in all sincerity, and stop being distracted in the world with bullshit that don't matter. Okay, the respect is way beyond the bullshit that we sometimes think about that means nothing. All right, if we focus on the respect of YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, we will be successful. Okay, in the spirit. Okay, let's read Proverbs again, 15 verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsake the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. And another thing, you think that YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI would create everything, okay, put all the energy and the power in creating the elements, the earth, putting us on the earth, creating us, but not leave any instruction? That is ridiculous to think that he left zero instruction for us to pay attention to. Let's go to Colossians chapter 1. I'll read verse 16 and 17. For by him were all things created. Talking about YAHAWASHI. Okay. YAHAWAH put the spirit in YAHAWASHI to create the world. He gave him the blueprint. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him, and he is before all things, and by him all things consist. Right. Okay. And again, how do you not listen? How do you not put YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI high in your mind? Okay. As number one, being important, number one. Everything else is second. All right. Now we understand that's a fight because this world is full of evil and distractions and demons. So we get that. Okay. But again, you think YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI did all this to not leave instructions for the people that he created on that earth? So he going to create the earth and just leave us there with no instruction. That lets you know when you don't follow the instructions that are given, okay, and have respect towards YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, you are walking in death. You are walking death. You are walking death, man. And you deserve it. You deserve to be walking death, because how dare you to be created? All right. How dare you to never exist, but then all of a sudden you exist because of YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, and then ignore the instructions. So he was good enough to create your ass, but he's not good enough to listen to. Okay. Think about that. Like I said, something serious to think about, man. Okay, because this level of thinking, this level of meditation should put your spirit more where it needs to be. If it's off, okay? And if you're doing good, it should make you better to ponder and think about this in all sincerity and make moves, okay? Make spiritual moves, man, because Satan is making his moves, but what are your moves? Okay, see, Satan don't want you to remember this. Satan does not want you to think about this, okay? He don't want you to have respect, because if you don't have respect, you're dry and you are a perfect dwelling place for demons, okay, to nest. All right, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 3. Let's read verse 16 and 17. All scripture is given by inspiration of YAHAWAH and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction and righteousness, okay, that the man of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Okay, so the inspiration, so that we can know what to do. Not just dropped off on the earth and we don't know what. We just looking at everything. We seeing animals, don't know what's going on. Looking at ourselves, other people, all right? But zero instruction. We don't know what to do. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, so a lot of things we see on the earth, a lot of pains and sufferings we see on the earth, it's because people are not following the instructions. When you turn on the news and you see horrible news, you're like, damn, that's messed up. Well, remember, they're not following instructions. It literally goes back to following the instructions of the Creator, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. That is the truth, man. Okay? They did not create the earth. They did not create us and then didn't leave no instructions. Okay, just a quick lesson, like I said, a very, very quick lesson, but something serious to think about. Okay, I'm going to think about it. As I'm doing it, as I put this lesson together, I was heavily thinking about it. And Lord willing, I continue to think about it. Okay, because it's very, very important that your eye is single towards Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay, and this is a great way to think about it, man, of why you should be single. Your eyes should be single. This is the last scripture. Like I said, a quick lesson. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 10, verse 17. It says, he is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuse reproof error. Right. Okay. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction. Right. The words of this book. Okay. We find life in this book. Think about it. Before any of us understood the scriptures, we had no life. We didn't know what life was about. We just doing our own thing, man, with no instruction. Now that we understand, now we can receive the pure instructions from Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the creator of all things. That's life. Now we know we can get to life. Before that, it was just darkness, no instruction. Okay? No instruction. All right, let's read it again. Proverbs 10, verse 17. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuse reproof, error. Right, man. You're going to die. Okay, so if you want salvation, you want to make it, you see the prophecies coming to pass and you know we're close, well, you need this mindset. All right? So with that, I want to give all praises and honor to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. BAHASHAM, Rakah, Qudash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, Akamah, that is doing the truth in sincerity. Shalom.